What is going on, everyone? Joe here and welcome back to my channel. Today we have Omloop Het Nieuwsblad for the start of the Cobble Classic season, and a lot of people consider this the start of the proper cycling season really. We have the Australian and the Middle Eastern races, then we come to Belgium for Omloop, and as you can see it's a hilly race, a lot of short hills throughout with quite a few cobble sectors as well. So yeah, let's take a look at the teams and see who we're going to do this with. So AG2R will be led by Oliver Narsson, Astana led by Senko, who's on great form in real life. Sonny Colbrelli and Dylan Toons will lead Bahrain Merida. Ackerman and perhaps Daniel Oss for Bora Hansgrohe. Greg van Avermaet for CCC, the new World Tour team. He'll no doubt be the favourite for this race. Confidis have Christophe Laporte. De Quinn at Quickstep have many riders who could win this race. Philippe Gilbert, Bob Youngles, Yves Lampart. Zdeněk Stybar, who actually won it in real life this year. He won it today, but I'm recording this after the race. Dimension Data have last year's winner, Michel Valgren, new signing for them. Nicky Terpstra, of course, has a chance for Direct Energy. EF Education First, Sep Vanmarcke will lead them. Stefan Kung for FDJ. The young Belgian Wout van Aert will ride for Jumbo-Visma. Katusha will be led by Niels Pollitt, who's a good young cobbles rider as well. Lotto Soudal have a good kind of double attack with Tiesj, Benoot and Tim Wellens, who are two very good riders who have a chance today. Matteo Trentin will lead Mitchelton Scott. Jurgen Roelands, the new signing from Movistar, he will lead them today. Lars Boom rides for Roompot, he's got a chance. Dylan van Baal and Ian Stannard for Sky. Ian Stannard's actually won this race a few times, I believe. Then we come down to Sunweb. Michael Matthews will lead them. Very good puncher and sprinter. Trek Segafredo have Jasper Stuyven and Mads Pedersen. Strong two riders for them. UAE don't have the strongest lineup, but Jasper Philipsen, good sprinter of course. So as you can see, a fairly strong start list for this race. And I have decided to go with Lotto Soudal with Tim Wellens, who's a very good puncher of course, and Tiesj Benoot, who's good on the hills as well as being very, very good on the cobbles. So we have two options here, Tim Wellens and Tiesj Benoot. Everyone else will be riding for these two guys. So yeah, let's get into it and see how we can do. So guys, here we are on the start line in sunny Belgium. And taking a look at the race day conditions, brilliant day for Tim Wellens. Benoot on a neutral race day condition as well. Really good stuff there. I'm actually going to try and go in the breakaway with this guy, Maze. Let's just attack right now. See if we can get away. It'd be good to have someone up the road at least. So yeah, there we go. Guarini has also attacked from FDJ. So yeah, we'll see if we can sustain the breakaway with Mace and get Wellens and Benoot protected in the peloton. So yeah, let's cut forward and see what happens. So guys, just 20 kilometers into the stage still. We are in the breakaway with Mace. A few other guys have joined, as you can see, Guarini up the road by himself, but the peloton doesn't seem content with the breakaway. And yeah, they're chasing pretty hard. Just 45 seconds we have on the peloton at the moment. So not sure if we're going to be able to stay here. We'll see if the peloton lets up. So guys, still with a minute's lead over the peloton. The breakaway is Tiller, De Gent, Sutherland, Mice, Owen Dool for Sky, Bert Schmidt, who's a dangerous rider for Katusha, and Guarini, who looks knackered after riding just up the road by himself, which seemed pretty silly. And now the peloton seems to let up, as we have almost 2 minutes now. Pace has slowed in the peloton. It looks like that the 7-man breakaway of today is right in front of your eyes here. We do have someone off the back. Is that anyone dangerous? Van Ginken, he went off the back. I assume that was a puncture. A few more attacks, as you see. A lot of people trying to get in this breakaway. Dens, Curvers, Maurice, Juraj Sagan. But they're not going to make it. Peloton doesn't want any more riders in the breakaway. So yeah, 7-man breakaway. Looks like it's settled now at 1 minute 30. So we are now onto the first cobble section of the race. One of the better riders in the breakaway on the cobbles is Mice. I think he's the best actually, 74. Yeah, he's by far the best cobble rider, and it looks like a few guys are struggling already. Tiller and Owen Dool for Sky. De Gent just about clinging on. We set a high pace with Mice. Let's bring it down slightly. Don't need to go too fast at this point. But yeah, Tiller and Dool look done, to be honest, and so does De Gent for Wanty Group Gobert. Looks like these guys can't quite handle the pace of the breakaway. Peloton's still chasing hard. And hopefully this will help us. If these guys drop back to the peloton, Guarini as well now. If these guys drop back to the peloton, then the peloton will hopefully slow down a bit and let these guys a further lead ahead. So good for us that these guys are dropping back, I think. Although we'd probably want more than 3 riders up front. So let's not work too hard for now. Make sure everyone else is staying towards the front of the peloton. There we are. Looking good so far. 125 kilometers still to go. And it looks like Sutherland is struggling to keep up as well. So Wirt Schmidt setting a very high pace for Katusha. And yeah, just 2 men up front now. Mice and Wirt Schmidt. That early breakaway has been blown away by the pace of the peloton, really. Sutherland, Guarini, De Gent, Tiller, Owen Dool, all about to be caught by the peloton, it seems. And yeah, like I said, hopefully they get caught. So Wirt Schmidt actually looks like he's struggling as well. It's kind of crazy. Strange situation because Mice is having such a good day and he's so good on the cobbles. He's kind of too good for the breakaway. Yeah, the peloton seems to have slowed and we have attacks. Magnus Cort Nielsen. Some dangerous riders here attacking now. Langevoud, Van Kiekelsbroek, Colbrelli attacking. So some real favourites are attacking now. And that's going to really up the pace of the peloton. We do have 2.5 minutes now. And the Wirt Schmidt looks like he doesn't really want to work with me anymore. So let's just drop the pace, to be honest. Yeah, like I say, some really dangerous attacks now. Stannard attacking, Brueland's attacking, Petit, Durbridge, Seneschal. Boom. I don't think we should attack with any of our guys, but we are going to have to up their pace, up their limits, sorry. So let's put them like that. Make sure they stay towards the front of the peloton. Sutherland has made it back, and I'm expecting Cort Nielsen and a few other guys to be joining us very soon. Colbrelli, Langevoud, Van Kielsbroek. These are all dangerous riders. Stannard, a former winner. Roelands, and a few guys are coming back to the breakaway now who look like they were going to get dropped. Seneschal, Boom. So yeah, this is dangerous now. The breakaway looks a lot more dangerous. So situation now, 16 riders in the breakaway. Colbrelli, Van Kielsbroek, Wirt Schmidt, Seneschal, Boom, Durbridge, Roelands, Petit, Cort Nielsen, Sutherland who was here earlier, Langevoud, Mice is still here and looking in good shape actually. Guarini, Stannard, Tiller has made it back and so has De Gent. 6-man group chasing with Jempi Drucker. Another dangerous group here. Sinkeldam. Dool looks done, bless him. He should probably drop back to the peloton. Who still aren't riding too hard. We do have 2.5 minutes. But yeah, this is a very dangerous group now that Mice has found himself in. So 90 kilometers still to go. Looks like the pace is really, very high again now. And it looks like the 5-man group of Drucker, Vandenberg, Vermoot, Erviti and Sinkeldam have joined the breakaway. Still have a 2.5 minute lead on the peloton, but we are now approaching the second cobble section of the day. So we need to make sure we stay right towards the front here. Don't want to lose ground to any of these guys. Maybe a few guys dropping off. Also need to make sure the guys in the peloton are staying towards the front. Looks like they're going to just fine. So yeah. 21 men in the breakaway now, and like I said, very dangerous group here. Kind of unsure what to do because now Mice is by far one of the weaker riders in the breakaway, with likes of Colbrelli and a few other guys here who are very strong in the cobbles. Van Kielsbroek's a good rider. So yeah, perhaps we have an interest in bringing the breakaway group in later in the race because I doubt Mice is going to win if the winner comes from this group. But yeah, something to think about. We'll see how the race progresses. So there's been a fall and there's quite a few riders behind here. Can't see anyone on the photo. Senko's down here. He did well in the real life event. Anyone else? Not in this group, it doesn't look like. Who's back here? Laporte is down here. Dylan Toons is down here. He was in the first group in the real life event. Yeah, quite a few full. Mads Pedersen, big rider there for Trek Segafredo, Philipsen, Ackermann, De Vresi. So there's quite a few big riders down. Can't see anyone there. These guys probably out of it at this point if they're back here. So much ground to make up. Dion Smith. Any big riders down here? Can't see any straight away. But yeah, big fall created quite a lot of gaps. But yeah, we are approaching a few cobbled and a few hilly sections. So we definitely need to make sure we stay right to the front with our guys now. So let's up the limit. Stay right towards the front of the peloton. There you go. Going to bring these guys back down to 80. So yeah, let's see how we go over these hills, these cobbled hills. I'm expecting some action, to be honest. Let's try and stay right towards the front here with mice. Could be a few guys dropping over these hills. So expecting the pace to be very high, like I said. There he is, staying right towards the front. Great ride from him there. Let's make sure everyone is staying right towards the front here. Looks like we're doing okay. Yeah, could be a few gaps created here, so we are staying towards the front. We're doing a good job with that, it seems. Good stuff from mice as well. There is one guy who's attacked, I believe. That's Daniel Oss, who's attacked from the peloton. He fancies the breakaway. Are there any gaps created over that hill? Doesn't look like it. And we're now approaching the second hill. And it's a 4-star cobbled section. So let's stay right towards the front. Need to make sure we do that with mice here. We're going to up it to 8 to 90 actually. It's just really pushed to stay with these guys. 95, there you go. Making sure we stay with them. Good stuff. And how are we doing in the peloton? Oh, need to make sure we stay towards the front here. Let's put everyone on effort cursor 90 up this hill. The Boyce, furthest rider back. There you go, good stuff. Looks like we're going to stay towards the front. Wellens as well. We're actually in the group behind here now. Right, so let's get Wellens like this. Because Wellens has fallen back. There's a group of 33 up front. We need to get Wellens towards the front ASAP. So let's get Van Gotham working to get him there. How are we doing towards the front on another cobbled section? It's pretty hectic at this point. My student is doing well to stay towards the front. Need to stay towards the front. So let's up the pace again. And yeah, it looks like we're back. So good stuff there. We put these guys to maintain position now. Is Wellens staying here? It looks like it. So yeah, good stuff by Van Gotham to bring him back. Let's put him back protecting Tim Wellens. There you go. Try and get these guys towards the very front of the peloton again. Just 15 guys in the breakaway now. So a few guys have dropped off. Has anyone else attacked? Doesn't look like it. Jumpy Drucker's actually dropped, which I'm very surprised about. So let's try and get some water on this flat section with Frison. How's Mice doing? He's doing well in the breakaway. We need some water though. Hopefully Frison can do it. Otherwise someone else is going to have to. There's Ilhio Kessie getting the water for Quickstep. But yeah, seems to be doing okay. Pretty happy with how the race is unfolding thus far. Let's keep our guys towards the front again. Kukulair and Du Bois are going to be really important helpers. Kukulair still looking really well. 77 cobbled today, it seems. Mice, can he stay towards the front here? He needs to try. Is anyone going to drop from the breakaway? Bert Schmidt, is he struggling? No, it seems he's doing fine. Yeah, there's another cobble section done. How the Peloton doing? Van Gotham is struggling. He's done for the day. Let's get Du Bois protecting Tim Wellens now. Can Frison get the water? Looks like he can. We need Benoot to drop back though. Great job by Frison to get the water for the whole team. And now he can rest for the rest of the day. Good job, sir. Let's get Kukulair protecting Benoot now. Two of our best riders protected. These two guys are done, it seems. So Wellens and Benoot. Right towards the front again. Really important on the cobble stages, I feel. And Mice is going to be entering this really steep cobble section. So let's up the pace. Really, really steep this section. Wellens and Benoot, we're going to need to do effort cursor as well, I feel. 83-man peloton now. Here we go. We're on the section with Mice. A few guys are struggling to do work now. Anyone towards the back struggling? Guarini perhaps. Any attacks? Rulands is picking up the pace and we're just about sticking with them. Anyone dropping? No. 15 men still together, which I'm quite surprised about. Let's go effort cursor. Ooh, maybe we should have done that slightly earlier. Are we going to stay in the front group? Really hope so. And there are some gaps being created here. And no, we've dropped, but Du Bois is going to bring us back, I hope. Kukulair's dropped right back, which is not helpful at all. Let's go effort cursor with him. And we have dropped, so we're going to set up a quick train here. Du Bois is going to bring us back. And we're back in the peloton just about. Mice is going to get, Du Bois is going to go 95 on this section. Really needs to try and make it back. So does Kukulair, who's really, perhaps he's not going to make it back. Van Baal punctures, not a good time for that. So does Stuybar. Stuybar punctures for Quickstep. And here we are, Du Bois, really good job. Are we back in that front group? Just about. Oh, dropping off slightly. Let's go 99 with the boys to really try and get us there. And we can bring Mice back, remember. We do still have him as an option. The boys doesn't look like he's going to make it back, which is a real... Kukulair doesn't look like he's going to make it back. As Lampard, is he waiting for Stuyven? I think he might be. Let's go 92 here. And the boys is done now. Right, we need to get both of these boys towards the front of this group. 28-man peloton now. Mice doesn't need to do much work at all in this group. Still the 15 men up front. I think they're the same 15 who I mentioned earlier, but now 26 guys in the peloton. Wellens and Benoot, our two leaders, are still here. That's the most important thing. Maintain position. Doesn't look like Kukulair is going to make it back. I think he's out of it now. And yeah, the race has been completely blown open. As you see, Youngles is down here. So yeah, at this point, one big cobble section left. Let's take a look at the race. 15 men in the breakaway. Bert Schmidt is attacking, it seems. We're not going to follow with Mice, that's fine. Dillier doing everything to bring these guys back. I think these guys are really trying to attack. Wellens and Benoot, of course, in this group. Debuchere is here. Who has dropped? Michael Matthews has dropped. Kung has dropped. Bob Youngles has dropped. Doesn't look like the best day for Quickstep because I think they have some guys down the road here. Dylan Toynes is down here. Laporte, Lampard, Stuyven, Tim de Klerk, Van Baal is down here. Lutsenko has dropped. De Vresi perhaps is a big name. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's any massive favourites apart from those Quickstep riders who have dropped. So yeah, quick overview of the race situation there. Let's put these guys on effort cursor because I feel like these guys are really trying to bring them in. And there you go. The breakaway is caught. So let's get Mice protecting. Oh, who's he going to protect here? This is a big decision. Wellens or Benoot? Who is our leader? Who's the best sprinter of them? I mean, they're very similar, aren't they? As Benoot is in the slightly better condition, I'm going to just create a train. There you go. So let's get Wellens and Benoot behind Maze, who's actually got the most resistance. And there's attack off the front. It's Boom, Rulands and Sinkeldam really working. Let's up the pace. Let's go 95 here. Wellens and Benoot need to get on his wheel when they have done. Right. Need to stay right towards the front. Let's go 99. Need to stay in the front group. So important we do that. Mike's doing everything he can to keep our main boys there. He's working so hard. Great job by him. Can we stay there? Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. I think we've just about done it as Narsen and Vanmarcke attack off the front. We're going to need to use the energy gels at this point because Wellens and Benoot are really struggling actually. Hopefully everyone else is in a similar condition. 27 riders in this front group now. We do not have the resistance to attack. But yeah, doesn't look like there's any attacks at the moment. Van Kielsbroek doing some work for Greg van Avermaet, of course, the pre-race favourite. But yeah, 27 guys in the front group. Looks like the winner of the race will come from this group here. And we've got 3 riders here, so doing very well. There is one more very short cobble section as there's attacks. Ollie Narsen attacks. Magnus Cort Nielsen follows. We're going to have to up the pace here now. Come go 85, hopefully. Wellens and Benoot really struggling. Sinkeldam, Van Mark, Wout van Aert, Terpstra. There's many attacks. Need to go 90 with Mace. Need to just let's follow Van Avermaet actually. I think he can drag us up the order. And as he slows, which is not ideal at all. So 2 men off the front now. Cort Nielsen and Ollie Narsen, 2 good sprinters as well. They're off the front. Valgren attacks now. Van Avermaet follows at this point. Can we stay on their wheel? Doesn't look like it. Mice is going to go 95. Let's follow Sylvain Dillier. And Maze look like... And no one's off the front. Boy, this is absolutely hectic. 11 kilometres to go. Maze looks like he is done, to be honest. Wellens and Benoot are struggling as there's another attack. It's Colbrelli off the front this time. We can't follow. Right. We're going to have to cut Mice loose here. Wellens is going to have to follow. Hopefully Benoot can stay on his wheel. Can Wellens follow? He can't quite follow Van Avermaet and there's a group gone off the front. Really struggling to stay with them here. Dillier doing work for Narsen. Wellens just about keeping Benoot towards the front, but even Benoot is struggling now. 8 kilometres to go and the pace slows again. We need to try and conserve our resistance. And Greg Van Avermaet goes. That is not what we're looking for. Tim Wellens is now done for the day, I'm afraid. Benoot is going to have to try and follow. Is that... Who's attacking? Let's just see. Benoot's going to have to try and follow the dimension data guys now, but he's really struggling. 6 kilometers to go. I don't think we're going to be able to have a chance of victory today. Benoot really struggling to conserve his resistance. Greg Van Avermaet, Roelands are off the front. Let's get Wellens protecting Benoot if he can, who's in the slightly better condition. And no one off the front again. Every attack is being chased down here. Boy, this is crazy. The short cobble section, make sure we stay towards the front, and we do. 23 riders on the front, 4 kilometers to go. It looks like this is going to come down to a bunch sprint here. Right, this is really tense. This is so tense. We need to try and conserve our energy, which we're doing. 2.6 kilometers to go. Who's one of the best of sprinters in the group? Valgren's going, is he? Let's up the pace. We don't have much resistance left though. Let's follow Valgren with Benoot. Oh, and we're blocked completely. That did not go to plan. Van Avermaet, who's going to take it? And it is Sep Vanmarcke who takes Omloop, head of Van Avermaet. Roeland's third, I think. Larsboom in fourth. And we finish in the end. Where were we? I lost track, to be honest. 21st, outside the top 20. We got completely blocked in that final sprint. Not ideal. Really tough race, actually. Struggled to stay towards the front towards the end, and then we got completely out of position and blocked in the sprint, which is a real shame. I think we just about conserved enough sprint bar to compete with Tiesj Benoot, but Sep Vanmarcke beating Greg Van Avermaet in a sprint, a real surprise. Fun race, really fun race, but not quite the ending I'd hoped for. So Sep Vanmarcke atop the podium for EF Education First in that lovely new jersey of theirs. Beating Greg Van Avermaet in a sprint, a real result for Vanmarcke there. Beat a few other guys who are good at sprinting as well. Roeland's is a good sprinter, Gilbert, Van Aert, Trentin of course down in 10th. Big win for Sep Vanmarcke today. So guys, a really close finish as you see in this screenshot. Few guys really in with a chance within a bike's length of each other. But Sep Vanmarcke takes the victory today. Down in 21st for Benoot, 23rd for Wellens, and Mice by himself in 24th. The final 3 positions in the front group, both our riders were there, which is really disappointing that we couldn't, get in the top 10 at least. It was following Michel Valgren, which was the big problem. Should have just gone for a sprint myself, I feel, with Benoot. Shame it ended that way, but a really fun race. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Drop a like and a comment down below if you did. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.